If there are no other questions, we can move to one new product, which is state-of-the-art product. And it is about the silicon as an unknown mineral with important on the health benefits. So how did we start with this product? It was very funny. Actually, this product was developed for the human, but developed for the human using references from the animals. So then we said, okay, if we have all the references for the animals and all the previous research done on animals, why don't we use it for animals? Why do we use it only for humans? And that's how we started to use it for animals, and we have very, very good results with this, with these supplements for dogs, cats, and horses. So this supplement is a silicon supplement. It is a mineral of unknown but emerging health importance. And it is published in Journal of Nutritional Health for aging populations. So the silicon, or silicium, is the third most abundant trace element in the body. And fundamentally it is important in the human and animal biology, particularly in the connective tissue health. So it is a major element of osteogenic cells for bones. It is an essential element for collagen and elastin synthesis. And the value of silicon declines with the age in the bones, and cartilage, tendons, and blood vessels. So it is very important also for the aging animals and aging people. So it is trace mineral, and nature is providing to be an essential ingredient for stronger bones, better skin, and more flexible joints. It is continued in the various tissues, liquids, in the animal's body as well. In the tissue, it usually appears in the complex structure with glycoproteins of the cartilage. We will talk about this a little bit later. And in the blood, it exists almost entirely in the form of ortho-silicic acid. It acts as agent that stabilizes the glucosamine-glycan network. Its main function is to attract and hold the water in the joints, and increase joint hydration and improves elasticity in the connective tissue, and can also act as a type of shock absorber in the bones. But connective tissue is also in skin, not only in bones. So here is the two different joints. As you already know, as veterinarians, we have normal cartilage with the synovial fluid, hyaline cartilage, joint capsule, bone, and the bones. So when the cartilage is damaged due to age-related damage, let's say we have thicker cartilage, we have more synovial fluid, and inflamed synovial membrane. Why? Because inflammation enzymes are destroying also the glucosaminoglycans complex. But where is the silicon here? What is the importance of silicon? Actually, the silicon is holding together these glucosaminoglycans. So when we have inflammation, this glucosaminoglycans net is destroyed. So if we don't have a silicon which will put this net together, all this supplementation of glucosamine and chondroitin doesn't work. So we have to have silicon, and it is proved, and it is published also in the Journal of British Medicine, that supplementation of glucosamine and chondroitin sulfate, comparing placebo and treatment, doesn't work. So you have to have the silicon to hold this net together. So combination of glucosamine and silicon could have a complementary therapeutic value in the treatment of arthritis and other related connective tissue diseases. Because the silicon plays a role in development also of the newborn, and it's involved in the calcification process as well. So here are the two examples of normal bone and osteoporotic bone. As you know, this osteoporosis is age-related status. So, and the major ion in osteogenic cells, which are the bone-forming cells in young and uncalcified bones, is a silicon. So as the bone matures, the silicon concentration declines, and the deposits of the calcium and phosphorus are formed simultaneously. So The more mature the bone tissue, the lower the silicon concentration is in the bone. And as you know, the bone is a live tissue. It's a constant repair and remodeling process. So this silicon plays a role in ongoing maintaining bones and after their formation. So studies with animals indicate that silicon supplementation reduced the number of osteoclasts, so the cells which are responsible for bone absorption, so that reduce these cells, and preventing also this resorption process and bone loss. It's also shown that in vitro that silicon compound stimulates the DNA synthesis of osteoblast-like cells. And the animal models for osteoporosis using estrogen-deficient rats, those models demonstrate that silicon supplementation can prevent bone loss. There are a lot of silicon supplements now in the market, but the efficiency of these silicon supplements depends on bioavailability. What is a bioavailability? Bioavailability is a term, it's a complex term for the degree of absorption of the biological response to the silicon compounds which are present in the products. So when we select silicon supplement, the most important consideration should be the safety and bioavailability. So, for example, common supplements include plant extracts. So if you use plant extract as a silicon supplement, it cannot be absorbed directly through the stomach wall. So first requires a high stomach acidity to be broken and to produce the soluble ortho-silicic acid, and then to be absorbed from the gastrointestinal wall. We have also colloidal silicon gel. So those are large insoluble polymer molecules of silicic acid suspended in the water. So same issue as with the plant extract. So cannot be absorbed directly through the stomach wall, requires high stomach acidity to produce soluble ortho-silicic acid to be absorbed through the wall. So that's why we develop ortho-silicic acid, stabilized ortho-silicic acid, with very high bioavailability compared to dietary silicon. So the silicon absorption by the human body is considerably higher, more than 2.5 times higher, after supplementation with stabilized ortho-silicic acid compared to plant extract and colloidal supplements. This is FAUGIS. What is FAUGIS? FAUGIS is highly bioavailable supplements of silicon in the form of L-carnitine stabilized ortho-silicic acid. So it is significantly more bioavailable based on in vitro and in vivo, comparing to no food supplements containing silicon like choline stabilized ortho-silicic acid or MMS as well. And form is developed is suitable for oral application. It is in drops. So we have done research because this research is also has to be part of the patenting process. This product is patented already. So this shows the gelling time or polymerization comparing two products. On the right side, this is FAUGIS, which has 200 times later polymerization time than the choline-based ortho-silicic acid. So we can use this FAUGIS as effective adjuvant for enhancing stimulation of calcium resorption and prevention of osteoporosis, maintenance of healthy bones, keeping healthy joints and ligaments, enhancing immune system, help in the skin disease, for example, psoriasis, seborrheic dermatitis, neurodermitis, atopic dermatitis, skin irritations, wound healing, strengthen the shine of the hair, prevention of atherosclerosis, and promotion of collagen synthesis. This is very important because the silicon is very important for collagen synthesis. And as you know, we have collagen in the tendons, but not only in the tendons, but also in the blood vessels and in the skin. So what are the benefits of FAUGIS for joints? So it is essential for the formation of articular cartilage. So this is also a cross-linking agent in the glucosamine-glycan networks. As I explained you, it holds the network together. and also attracts and holds the water in joints. It acts as a regulating factor in bone mineralization, stimulates DNA synthesis in osteoblast-like cells, forming cells, inhibits osteoclast-mediated bone resorption. The synthesis of the collagen, the fibrous protein that is essential for the flexibility of the bone, is decreased by silicon deficiency. So more silicon you have, the more flexible joints you have. So you see on the left side is the osteoblast, so the bone-forming cell, and the right side is the osteoclast, the bone-deforming cell. So those two, number of those two cells has to be in the balance. So when you have more osteoclast, then you have osteoporosis. The collagen is very important, and we have a lot of collagen in the, as you know, in the ligaments. So the elasticity of the ligaments is decreased by silicon deficiency. So the activity of prolyl hydroxylase, a specific enzyme for collagen synthesis, was shown to be silicon dependent. Now, as I said, we have collagen also in the blood vessels and in the skin. So using FAUGIS and silicon as a supplement provide us more elastic blood vessels. So silicon makes the inner lining of arterial tissue, and it makes it less permeable. So in the case of high cholesterol diets, silicon supplementation reduces the occurrence of atherosclerosis lesions in blood vessels. And there is research when they found out that aorta and the carotid artery of the healthy persons contains approximately 10 times more silicon compared to atheromatosis arteries. So it has very, very beneficial role in the arteries' elasticity. Then the benefits of FAUGIS for skin and coat. It is important for optimal collagen synthesis. It is crucial for activating the hydroxylation enzymes for cross-linking collagen, which improves the strength and elasticity of this fibrous protein. Better collagen means better skin and more elasticity. So, and also the outer shaft of the hair that provides elasticity and strength is rich in silicon. So hair with higher silicon content tends to fall out less and has more shine and luster. So FAUGIS is effective adjuvant for enhancing and stimulation of calcium resorption and prevention of osteoporosis, keeping healthy joints and ligaments, enhancing immune system, helping treatment of skin disease, strengthen the shine of hair, prevention of atherosclerosis, and promote of collagen synthesis. Now, one of the specific use where we have very good results of silicon supplementation is in horses. So, what is specific about the horses? For those who are familiar with horse breeding, they know that they have to start with the training as early as possible, because I said the bone is the constant modeling and remodeling process. So as earlier you start with the trainings, the stronger bones you have. But you should know not to start too early with the trainings, then you will damage the bone of the young horses. So lameness tends to be one of the primary reasons why a horse athletic performance after declines or never reach the potential. So the question arises as to the proper intensity and the amount of the training to give the horses so their bones are strengthened without being damaged. So what is FAUGIS equine do to race horses? It's reducing the injury rate. So, and then scientifically formulated diets for the purposes of not only providing requires but also for the prophylactic benefits generally through the manipulated bone health. So bioavailable silicon is scientifically discovered essential nutrient that studies indicate has promising benefits when added to the equine diet. So this is one research has been done at the Texas University. They have two blinded FDA-controlled studies, and they give horses supplements of silicon, and one group of horses was not supplemented. And one group of supplement was low, medium, and large rate of silicon. So horses supplemented with the medium and high doses of silicon were able to train and race nearly twice the distance before experiencing an injury that did the control group. So, for example, control group can run 45 kilometers before they started to show the injury signs, and the group with the silicon supplementation were able to run 80 kilometers before they show the sign of any injuries. By contrast, it's likely the faster horses, the ones that placing more load upon their skeleton in the control group, were injured and removed from the study, leaving only the slower horses. So these are the results of the study. So on the left side, you see the treatments: control, low, medium, and high. And you see the numbers of horses not injured were much higher in the supplements of supplementation. So the other studies also show that if an absorbable form of silicon is given to lactating brood mares, the levels in the milk increase, which results in more silicon available for the foal. So the dietary mineral supplementation, along with the careful design of training programs, will result in improved bone density and in turn improve the skeletal durability. So young horses will be able to stay in training for longer without the interruptions that the bone injuries can cause. Then for the skin and coat, same as for the dogs and cats. So it is important for optimal collagen synthesis. It's crucial for activating the same enzymes. Better collagen means better skin and more elasticity. And the outer shaft of hairs is also rich in silicon. And don't forget, the silicon is also important for the tendons. So the tendons of the horses are more elastic. And you know that tendon injuries are one of the major problems in horses. So what is the conclusion of using FAUGIS in equine is that through proper training and good nutrition, they are still needed. But supplementation in horses with bioavailable silicon appears to be a promising method to aid in the prevention of injuries to equine athletes. So again, to repeat, benefits: decreased injury rates at race-trained horses, increased performance of horses, keeping healthy joints and ligaments, enhancing stimulation of calcium resorption, maintenance of healthy bones through stimulated mineralization, enhancing immune system, helps in inflammatory disorders, and stimulating biosynthesis of building proteins, collagen, and elastins. Help also at skin irritations and wound healing. So this is the portfolio. We have products for horses, cats, and for dogs. Now this is the end of my last presentation. If you have any questions, please take your time, or maybe you have typed it already, and I will be happy to answer to your questions. Thank you very much. Okay, the first question is, what are other mycotoxins in the microzeogen that is binding except aflatoxin and zearalenone? What about the others? Those two toxins are at the top list. So we have also the microzeogen is binding also other toxins. So we will send you all the research data so you can see what is the top list of the absorption of mycotoxins in the microzeogen. So is the same, the second question is the same amount of microzeogen in all products? Yes, it is, and it is 1%, yeah? Okay. So there are more modern microbinders from zeolites. Why we don't use it? Very good questions. So if we have to choose the benefits of zeolites and the microbinders from other products, as you remember, the mycotoxin binder is not the only one property of zeolites. There are some other properties as well. So we have immunostimulating property. We have bacterial toxin properties. We have heavy metal binding properties. So this is, let's say, one in all benefits of microzeogen. So, and it also has more benefits than only the mycotoxin binders in the food. So, what was the dosage of microzeogen used for the treatment of cancer of prostate dogs? It was used. This is what used 8 to 10% in the dog food per day. But all this data of the study, detailed data, please send us an email, and we will send you the whole study, how it was done, the treatment and the protocols. So and it is published, as I said, in the Journal of Molecular Medicine. So it is available for you. So you will see the whole treatments and whole protocols for all dogs. Does the FAUGIS is also under Nature's Protection brand? Yes, it is. Okay. Have any serious consequences if you do stand a dose of microzeogen for a long time? No, if you are using it in the 1% in the food, and this is actually the EU allows to put it 2% of the food maximum. This is based on EU legislation, but if you take the microzeogen, as I said, the benefits of microzeolites are much higher and better than the usual zeolites. Then it has not any consequences to use it for a lifelong span. So it is another question: is it enough to have 1% in the food to claim those things that it does? Yes, it is. It is the question that I answered also in the previous one. Please, the next question is: please, which is the protocol of dosage in dogs for FAUGIS? The dosage it depends on the size of the dog, and the range is from 3 times 1 drop a day for a small breed up to 3 times 5 drop a day for the large breed. But the details of the usage is in the list which is provided in the product. Yeah? Are there trials between zeolite and modmorin light? Yes, there are. So we can show you also this. We can send you this studied comparative studies. Please send us an email with request which studies do you want to have, and we will be happy to send you. So because now explaining all these studies will take a lot of time. So, and to be honest, to know all these studies by heart is not very easy. So, but we have it. So, thank you for the questions. Thank you for your participation. If you have any more questions, please ask us, ask our expert panel, ask our producer. We will be more than happy to help you. So thank you again for your participation, and goodbye.